everybody. Welcome to another episode of Mom Said. My name is Gabe Gibbs.
And you'll never know my name.
Okay, her name's Allie Gibbs. And this is a podcast made by siblings, but it's not about that.
But it's not about that.
Okay, but sometimes you're right. Okay, this week's episode, what did we talk about? It was fun. It felt like we really got going towards the second half of the episode, so stick around. Once we hit Princess Diaries 2...
We talk about Princess Diaries. We talk about Wicked. We talk about an estate sale I went to.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about
98 degrees for 10 seconds.
If you want to hear about closets, our dream closets.
Yeah.
That's in that episode.
There's a couple dumb songs like every episode. Appreciate everyone listening and enjoy another dumbass episode of Mom Said, a podcast made by siblings, but it's not about that.
But it's not about that.
So the new Wicked movie's coming out, right?
Uh-huh.
And the new, not Elphaba, maybe Elphaba.
Glinda?
Anyway.
The one who's green or the one who's
the one that does the
pink?
Uh-huh.
Cynthia Erivo. Yeah,
anyway,
she's green.
Have you seen the memes of her on
Late Night?
Jimmy Fallon?
Yeah.
And it's like me at Thanksgiving when I haven't spoken in 2 hours.
Yeah.
And then she just does... It's dumb.
It's so funny.
She literally just does the riff, and then everyone just cheers.
Cheers.
I don't get that meme.
What do you mean you don't get that meme?
Like when I haven't spoken in 2 hours.
No, okay.
Memes don't have to make sense. Also,
memes don't have to make sense. I think what she's trying to say is she's never not spoken for 2 hours.
Oh,
I can't think of a 2 hour stretch where I was conscious and I wasn't speaking.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
Yep.
But also, one thing I want to start. I'll stop talking after this. But one thing I want to
you don't
talk
have
about
to.
Is
you don't have to stop talking.
Are we still? We're still excited about Wicked? It came out in 2003.
Grant.
Yeah,
it came out in 2003.
No, I understand.
It's like
what
Disney
you're saying.
Adults to me.
No,
Wicked Adults is Disney Adults.
No,
bro.
Yeah,
Grant,
I do think
people can be fans of things without being.
Not 20 years later. We can't be.
I think
Wicked
this
Adults is Disney Adults, and that's where I'll stop for a second.
I think this is a pretty strong stance to take, given whom I guess the demographic of this podcast will be. But I do love your attitude.
Yeah, read the room, G.
Yeah, read the room. Hank loves Wicked.
First of all, fandom of something that came out 20 years ago, it's not like people were sustained. I'm sure some people were, but most people weren't sustained, like obsessed with Wicked every day for 20 years.
I hear what you're saying. It's a bit of a nostalgia.
It's nostalgia. There's a movie coming out. People are excited for the movie because people love the show.
It's like when Star Wars came out with more movies, but for theater kids.
Yeah, I mean, the show meant a lot to a lot of people, and
okay. This isn't going to go well. Did the show mean a lot, or did we just like it? Like, is there something genuinely meaningful about Wicked, or is the song For Good
we're having this
just charming? I don't mind. This is probably the right podcast to have this conversation.
It is. Okay, so...
Do you know what I mean? Like, is that show meaningful, or is it nostalgic?
The way people derive meaning from art is really hard to nail down. I'm serious. It's really hard to nail down in a moment. But I will say, for art that is nostalgic for people, I'm not even like a Wicked freak, but like
me either. But it was the show when we were like 13,
and I have many touch points, many moments in that life. In my life.
Which one are you living now?
In that past life where I was a theater kid, in my life where that music was part of it. Like I can probably name like 4 or 5 like core memories for me where that music was in it. And so,
well, it's like, yeah, because For Good became like a commencement song, like a graduation kind of song.
I sang it in high school with my like theater friends. I sang it at that show at the Detroit Opera House.
Oh yeah.
And like I have memories of when it first came out. We had the CD, and Dad and I drove to Chicago and back for some reason. Maybe you were there. I don't remember.
I wasn't there.
And we listened to only the Wicked soundtrack all the way to Chicago and all the way back. And like that was when I learned the music. And it's like
he's the nerd, huh?
Yeah. Oh, Gabe. Yeah.
No, I know. But in my brain, it was both of them, but it's him.
No, Mom's not listening to show tunes. Dad is.
Yeah, you're right.
But point being, like that like, yes, that show is a show and it lives on its own and whatever, but that's like the car ride with dad. That's my high school commencement. That's
so you're
my
saying
like
it's the attachments, which I guess is true about anything, but it's the attachments of the life things that happen, which is sort of my question though. Like, is the show itself, like, is it actually the show something that changes you, or is it the things we've attached?
I think for some people the former, for some people the latter.
Okay.
That's why I said it's hard to pinpoint how people derive meaning from art, because I'm sure other people are becoming attached to a piece of theater in a way that I don't understand, because that's not how I commune with it or whatever. But for me, it's like that music was a part of my life for my whole life. So now, while I'm not actively like a Wicked fan day in and day out, when I heard the movie was coming out, I was like, sick. That's my... I know that.
But she does it different. She
did?
does. Cynthia Erivo does like She does it different.
Fierce.
Don't clip that. Don't clip me singing.
I bet your mouth looks so big when you did that, for real.
Don't clip me singing really at 9 a.m.
I wasn't really looking, but point is, I just like, I don't think there's anything wrong with being excited about a movie for a piece of art that you liked 20 years ago.
Can you give me what that riff will turn into in the next rendition of Wicked in 20 years?
Oh, dude. First of all,
it'll be a robot.
They've done it all. They've tried them all. You can go on YouTube and you can find literally people make, do you know this? You're not a theater dork. People make compilations of the best version of that riff.
Yeah,
like
and
on
the worst.
YouTube, it's like a 10-minute video of like this girl from this production in 2013 did it this way in Seattle, and this girl from this production on Broadway did it once this way. But here's a deep cut voice crack of Idina Menzel live one night. Like,
yeah.
The rabid theater fans are terrifying, which is why
don't ostracize your audience.
I'm not ostracizing. I'm saying it's scary. I'm saying it's scary because you make one mistake. Theater was meant to be live for just us.
Sure. Now
everybody's sneaking phones in and taking videos of you singing
and making big blockbuster films.
making big blockbuster films. Terrifying.
Give me what the riff will sound like in 20 years, like extra exaggerated.
I'll tell you what it is. Beep, beep, boop, beep, ba.
Because it'll be AI?
Yeah, because it'll be a robot.
Yeah, it'll be AI doing it.
Yeah.
It'll be
beep, 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 beep.
It'll be Elon.
Firework.
It'll be Elon Musk painted green with long hair.
I don't want that. Please don't.
Elon.
Please don't. No, that's sad. Erase that from the podcast.
Erase Elon from the podcast.
Erase that from the fact that you released that from your mouth into the ether. We take it back. What do you have to do when you say something into the ether and it's like, that was a cursed thing I just said? I want to like take that back. Is it knock on wood?
No, knock on wood is when you're hoping something happens.
No. Knock on wood is when you don't want to be. Like if you're like,
you're right.
You're like,
knock
if you
on
were
wood
like,
is,
I'm gonna get in a car accident on my way home, and then I'm like, knock on wood.
Yeah. Like I've never been run over by a monster truck. Knock on wood.
Right. Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Right. So what do you do when you say something like Elon Musk is Elphaba, and you need to absolutely retract that statement from the universe?
Elon Musk has never been Elphaba. Knock on wood. Right.
No. It would be like, I hope Elon Musk isn't Elphaba. Knock on wood.
No, because it's you catching yourself and tempting fate.
Okay, so knock on wood. For those of you viewers at home, get a giant spiritual eraser and sort of like rub it into the energy of
something. Because there are things you say where like it's the toothpaste coming out of the tube and you can't put it back in the tube. It's got to go back in.
Put that away. So much has come true that ought not come true.
Oh, that's true.
Not to get...
That's true.
Political. Speaking of politics, there was an election last week.
Yeah, you want to talk about the election on the podcast?
It's not that I want to talk about the election.
Let's cut to, actually, here's the perfect time. You may have just seen it already because this is the first episode where we're introducing the Grant Cam. We finally have the budget for Grant to have his own camera. So Allie brought up the election and Grant immediately shook his little head no. He said, let's not do this.
It's not
even
that I
1 ounce.
It's not that I want to talk about the election. I think it's
You already did.
Should we not do this?
You already did. You already knock on wood. We've never talked about the election, knock on wood.
Yeah. Take that back.
Take that back, knock on wood.
I was just going to tell a story, but I'm actually realizing that I don't want to tell this story on a podcast.
Fantastic. Can you do a speed haiku about Elon Musk being in Wicked? Do you know speed haikus? Speed haikus are a thing that we've been doing for years that are stupid, and it's you try to do it as quick as you can. Elon Musk Wicked.
I hope this cursed thing never happens to me, bro. All the witches say.
I hope this cursed thing never happens to me, bro. All the witches say. Okay, that's kind of bars.
Yeah.
That's kind of bars. That's kind of bars. Okay, well, we pivoted strongly out of bringing up the election and then not wanting to talk about the election.
I think we should cut that from the podcast because mid sentence, I was going to tell a story having nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
But then I was like, that story is going to paint me in a light that I don't want it to paint me in.
Yeah, and what light is that?
Well, basically, like the evening ended with me driving home in my underwear, but it's like... it's not what you think it is, but there's no right. And now that I've said that into the ether, I wish I could take it back. But it's like,
okay, here's a little thing I learned the other day. Mm-hmm. We can transition hard out of this. Grant has something to say. He was about to say something. You got something to say?
People you had in mind, but all I want to say is my sister that I live with went out last night. I don't know what. She
That's
went to
not
some,
me.
She went to some party or something.
There's another sister, by the way, for listeners who are new.
Maybe she'll be embarrassed about this, but I don't know because I don't know what happened. But I walk out into the living room this morning.
This is high risk.
This is really messy.
I walk out into the living room. We'll see. I walk out into the living room this morning and there's a 80% finished fifth of Tito's and socks and pants in the sink.
What? Wait, what? Socks and pants in the sink?
That were wet in the sink.
Yeah, of course. Because they're in the
So-
sink.
I don't think you can talk about that.
I think this is high risk.
So we'll just leave it at that because I have no idea what happened.
Yeah.
If I had socks and pants in my sink and you brought it up in
On
a
a
public
podcast?
forum, even if you brought it up in a group of people, more than just me,
Although sometimes she giggles about this.
your ask is grask for me. Your ask
Yeah.
is grask.
Your ask is grask. It's really bold of you. It's really bold to try to bring up something that our scariest sister did on a public thing. That's really bold.
'Cause she's not here to say whether she approves or not. And we really need her approval.
Yes, in so many ways, we need her approval.
In so
She's
many
the
ways.
scariest one of all.
In so many ways.
we need her approval because
so
she's the
many ways.
scariest one of us all. Yes,
So all
she's-
of this will be cut as well.
Yeah, 100%.
We should say something that we don't have to cut because
Yeah, I've
pretty
got
much
it.
so far it's like scrapped.
We're not.
I don't know what. We'd say what you're going to say, which is we're not cutting
I was gonna
anything.
say, I've said it once and I'll say it again.
We're not cutting anything.
Nothing's getting cut.
I do love this about this show. Hey, so we're sort of at the beginning of the thing. Should we say who we are just to make sure? I know there's probably been an intro, but do we need to say to people who we are? My name's Gabe Gibbs. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. My name's Gabe Gibbs.
You'll never know my name.
Okay, my name's Gabe Gibbs. This is Allie Gibbs. That's Grant Gibbs. There is a fourth. This is a podcast called Mom Said. We do this. It's a podcast by siblings, but it doesn't matter. It's not about that. We're just happen to be siblings.
It's not about that, but it's also not about that. And we've spoken about this before. There's no way for us to talk and not behave as if we're siblings.
No, that's true. I'm not asking us not to. Could you imagine? Pledge doing the
Ew, I
podcast.
hate touching your hand.
I know. I had a sweaty hand.
Don't
I had a sweaty hand and it sucked. Is there something about
about shaking your
physical
hand?
contact with a sibling sends a shiver down?
it's
sends like a it just like it
It's
sucks.
just not our dynamic. Like some siblings are really like, well, Grant and I hug and like this sounds so weird, but Grant and I like hug more than you and I do.
Okay,
It's a dynamic between the two.
I don't hug I don't hug you guys as much as you. I think Grant hugs everybody more than I do. Is this true? Do you agree with this? Grant, I definitely don't hug Annie. Annie doesn't want to be touched.
I mean, I don't think you and I have hugged in like 10 years.
We
probably.
don't. Well, it's just not our vibe.
No. And what's that all about?
I don't know. We do. Do we? We don't. Do we?
I can't envision you guys hugging.
Yeah.
But I can envision you guys doing like a stunt together.
Yeah.
I can envision you guys being like, dude, you stand on your head and then I'll put my feet on your feet and then I'll stand on my head too. Actually, that'd be kind of sick if you were both doing headstands and your feet were touching in the middle.
Uh-huh. Like
a triangle?
Yeah. There's don't. Thank you.
What? Why is that?
There's something inappropriate that we both thought about that we don't need to think about. Here's the thing. Yes, I do think Grant and I doing a stunt will be the death of us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there are families who like are kissy families too. Like the mom and dad kiss the kids on the lips. We grew up around some of those.
I'm not
naming names.
Yeah, no.
But I'm just saying that felt
Jeremy.
insane to me. Do you think it's grandma, mom's mom, that it was more proper?
No,
what do you think it is?
Well,
do people care about this? Do people relate to the fact that that siblings hate coming in contact?
no, sometimes
physically?
that's not true. Like sometimes sisters are like cuddly with each other.
You guys aren't.
Well, we're special.
Okay.
But I'm just saying that's not like a universal experience. I think it might be true for some siblings. Don't.
Try not to kiss your parents on the mouth.
What?
Try not to kiss your parents on the mouth.
Try?
If that's a thing that you do in your family, try not to do it in front of me.
Oh.
I don't like the way it feels to see it.
Right.
I really don't like the way it feels.
It's interesting to me that someone else minding their own business and expressing love in the way that they want to express love affects you.
No. Okay,
Even though you're not involved.
It does. Okay, love is love is love is love is love. Except don't kiss on the lips your family. To me.
Totally.
To me.
Totally.
Please.
Don't kiss on the lips your family.
And I get it. Just don't kiss on the lips your family.
The world's worst musical.
Yeah. Don't kiss on the lips your family. Hey, you know the band 98 Degrees?
Can you sing one of their songs?
Actually, no.
Okay. So, no, neither do you.
Damn. I guess you're right.
Next question.
Well, I was going to say, do you know why they're called 98 Degrees?
Why are they called 98 Degrees,
I
Gabe?
just learned this the other day and thought it was so dumb. I was like, why is the band called 98 Degrees?
Was it 98 Degrees when they formed their band?
No.
Let me
wait.
Let me come up with more reasons that it would be dumb. Is 98 degrees
the latitude of the city they're from?
Oh, or is 98 degrees
Actually, that would be kind of fire, huh?
like maybe when they were discussing having a
Where
band.
are you going?
I'm just adjusting.
Oh.
Maybe when they were discussing having a
You're
band.
just like, this sucks to talk about.
Gotta go. Maybe when they were discussing having a band, one of them had a fever and they were like, dude, what's your fever? And he was like, 98 degrees. And they were like, that's not that bad.
The thing is, you're right. Okay, the dog laughed. 98 degrees is called 98 degrees
Because one of them had a fever?
because it's the human body temperature.
I was literally gonna guess that.
Oh, wait. I thought it was 96 was the human body temperature. And then I was like, he had a 2-degree
98.6.
fever.
98.6.
Oh, so
it's
that's
not even
how
like-
hot your body is?
Yes.
Think about it.
I know. But my thing is, yeah, it is how hot your body is. But it's also like 98 degrees is how hot your body should be.
I can't believe I guessed it. Well, I guessed it wrong because I had the wrong like average body temperature,
But isn't that kind of
how hot your body should be?
It should be like we get you hotter. Like it should be like 99 degrees, 98.7 or something.
If your band's name was
98.7 degrees.
You feeling hot, girl?
Yeah, you feeling hot? Raising that temperature. Oh my God. Anyway, I was like, they picked exactly what it is. It wasn't like we get you warmer, we get you hotter. It was like we are
get you.
exactly what you medically should be. There's something like so middling about that that I don't like.
You could have a band name that's like 30 minutes of exercise a day.
No, literally, dude. Literally. It's like take fish oil for your nails and hair.
Yeah. Like hydrate.
Yeah.
Hydrate is actually a sick
Hydrate
band
is
name.
sick. Hydrate is sick.
Hydrate.
Hydrate is sick.
Yo, what up, everybody? We're Hydrate.
Yeah, fully hydrate.
Everybody ready to get wet? Hey. Hey. Hydrate in the house.
Yeah. We're
It's
crazy
a slip
today.
and slide up in here. It's a slip and slide to the sprinkler. We got the motion of the ocean, baby.
Is this show better to watch or listen to?
I feel like it's worse. The question is this show worse to watch or listen to?
Yeah. It might be worse to listen to.
I did try listening to it the other day. I tried listening to one of our episodes in the car.
I can't.
I turned it off.
I can't.
I was like,
No, I just can't listen to myself.
really? You don't like the
No.
sound of your voice, or you
No.
don't like what you're saying?
All of the above, dude. All of the above. I'm here to try to have fun and enjoy what's going on, hang out with the siblings, but it's not about that. And just, I can't go back and analyze how ridiculous I sound.
What do you think your biggest gripe would be with yourself?
Is your dog snoring so loud that it's ruining the podcast? Hi, buddy.
Wake up, buddy.
Wake up, Biggie. You're being loud.
Okay.
You were about to say?
What do you think is your least favorite thing about the way that you talk?
Wow.
I can tell you mine.
Yeah, go ahead.
About you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sometimes
No. Oh, okay.
Sometimes I'll be like when we're singing, I'll be coming up with a good melody and I'm getting there, and I'm about to do something that I think is cute or fun. And then you'll just sing over me. You'll
Okay,
just be
well,
like,
how am I supposed to know that you're about to do something cute or fun?
no, I'm
you hadn't
actively
got there?
singing. I'm actively singing, and then you just start singing over me, and I'm like,
How much time am I supposed to give you to get to the cute
Wait
fun?
till I'm done singing.
How do I know?
You'll notice because my mouth will close.
We're making songs up as we go.
Right, but if I'm still active, I'm telling you, roll back the tapes. You'll see multiple times where I'm like, and then all of a sudden you're like, over like what and I'm like, okay, guess I'm done.
Wow. Okay. Grant, do you have any notes for me on the way I talk or what I do? That wasn't really specifics about how I talk. That was just in general my vibe.
Do you want a specific about how you talk?
No, I just thought that's what we were doing. And then it became personal attacks on me trying to contribute to the podcast.
It's not about contribution. It's about like what it's about giving me space to have my voice heard.
Whoa. Okay. Okay. Fair enough.
Don't you think I need that?
I guess. What are we talking about today? Do we have things to talk about?
I thought you said you had topics.
I said I have a couple things to talk about, and you said you have.
Allie, can you tell your absinthe story?
Oh, fine. Okay, so
Is this the one from earlier that you didn't want to tell?
yeah, I didn't
Great.
want to tell this story, but
Hell yeah.
we have nothing to say to each other, so I guess
I mean,
I'll
I
tell
have
this
like
story.
something weird, but I was sort of hoping you would have something to say as well.
I've never had absinthe before, and I'm not.
For the listener, what is absinthe?
I don't know. That's the problem.
I'll tell you.
It's a liquor, I believe, and I believe it to be. It's like rumored to be a hallucinogenic, though I don't think that's true, and I don't know how that would be possible. Biggie's snoring again.
Okay.
And there's something having to do with a green fairy.
What?
There's something having to do with a green fairy with absinthe. Or absinthe is the green fairy. Have you guys heard this? There's something about a fairy, and there's like all of this mythology surrounding absinthe, which I think is fascinating because most liquors are just what they are. And
what I'm
absinthe
seeing-
has like rumors.
Yeah,
it's like kind of a chic.
What I'm saying, it what I'm seeing is that some of the herbs can make it feel make you feel a little lucid. But I guess it's not hallucinogenic. Reports of hallucinogenic effects in the past were likely due to cheaper versions of the drink being made with poisonous substances.
Okay, so that word poison really resonates with me because it was the first time that I had consumed something and immediately upon consumption had the thought in my brain, that was poison. I just poisoned myself.
You said it was someone's house. They
I was
pulled
at
it
someone.
out,
I was at a. I
poured
was
it
at
into-
a. I was at a watch party
We don't.
for
yeah.
event that shall not be named.
Yeah.
And the night took a weird turn, and someone said we should all take a shot of something.
Oh.
Mind you, this is a weeknight. So I'm like, sure, I'll take a shot of something. But like, I'm not trying to party. I hadn't been drinking before that. I was eating chili. I was sitting on a couch chatting with people. Some karaoke was starting up because there's a big piano in that house. And so we were like singing, chatting, whatever. And a friend of mine was like, come into the kitchen with me. Let's pour everybody shots just as like a moment. Sounds like a celebration, but it wasn't. Anyway.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. It's just like, I don't.
Yeah.
Anyway. So,
You can hold your own opinions on this podcast.
No,
by
no,
the way.
I
You're allowed. You're allowed. So you
I
did
just
your
know you
little.
didn't want me to
you
talk
did your little
about
shots.
this thing, so I'm gonna.
You did your little shots of the magic green elixir, the magic green wicked elixir.
So this is the worst part. So there was no shot. There was no shot glasses in the house, but there was a bunch of like little candle votives.
Which are shot glasses.
Sure, but they're not like any particular size.
Sure.
Like a shot glass is like, this is a shot of alcohol, however many ounces that is. Like a shot glass is like a standardized thing for the most part. I mean, I know there's all different shapes and sizes.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like
yeah,
for the
yeah,
most part, it's like a
We don't
certain
want to discriminate
amount
against
of
shot glasses.
Listen,
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
size and shape
your
you
shot
are as a shot glass is
you
perfect
go
for you,
it.
babe.
Yeah,
But-
it's a summer shot glass no matter what.
I do believe a shot is like a certain amount of ounces, right?
2, 1.5. 1.5?
Grant knows off the top of his head. Bartender. So anyway, we're pulling
Never been a bartender.
Well, I'm saying you are like I'm like, okay, bartender. You know?
Okay.
Like I know you're not one by trade,
Sure.
but like you're the one who
Sure.
knew.
So you take the shots,
So
and
we
you guys
pour
all
the
feel amazing.
We pour the shots into these votives. I have no idea how much there was in there. And we go, okay, well, everybody take a shot of this. And by the way, absinthe only because that was the only alcohol that was in the house for some reason.
That's crazy.
Otherwise, I would have never. I don't know what this stuff is.
That's crazy.
Pours down my throat. Knock it back like any other thing. Pours down my throat. A burning sensation that felt like bad, like in a way that it was damaging.
Poison.
Like whiskey going down your throat is like, that cleared something out.
Yeah.
I'm feeling refreshed.
Grant, how do you feel about liquor? Grant famously hates.
I don't believe anyone that says like you can't possibly enjoy the taste of liquor.
Okay, I like.
It's literally like you were talking about poison earlier. All liquor is literally poison.
I like whiskey.
I don't believe you.
She likes poison.
I like poison.
Poison.
So I pour this absinthe in my mouth. Mm-hmm. It goes down my throat. Mm-hmm. Ouch! And then some kind of darkness. I don't know how to describe it. Like maybe it was like gas. Maybe it was like spiritual.
Gas?
Maybe it was like I don't know, but something came. It was not like farting gas. Like whoosh! It came from the back of my head. Straight to my face. So liquid down the throat and then whoosh.
Yep.
Through my nose.
Yep.
I felt some heat and darkness.
Oh, like a wasabi. Like when you have wasabi.
Yeah, but it was like
Yeah.
and I was immediately like, I've made a huge mistake. Whatever that was not alcohol. It went and it like punched me in the face from the inside of my face.
Yeah.
What if? So you're talking about how absinthe was the green fairy. That was Elphaba coming out of you.
Oh.
And every time you take a shot of absinthe, you go.
yeah.
That was.
Yeah.
And they talk about that being a face melter.
Yeah, tell me.
Face melter.
More
Dude,
about that.
and by the way, I didn't feel like tipsy or drunk or anything after that shot.
Just bad.
I just felt sick. My face felt hot.
You weren't good the next day either, I feel like you were telling
No,
me.
I was ill. I was actively ill.
Damn.
And I'll leave that to the...
Grant's going pee mid-podcast.
It's like...
It's like, are we professionals or are we not?
I think we're
Are we
not.
committed to the Grant Cam? Well, I'm devastated for you and your and your absinthe journey.
Well, it wasn't...
Unfortunate.
It wasn't like... I was sick the next day and I was like, obviously that's because of what I had done. But I also ate chili that night, so it could be anything. But I will say, for those of you viewers at home who haven't tried the chili and shot of absinthe from a candle votive combo,
Not a bad move.
bad. Hey, one or the other. If you
Not a
have
bad
to
move.
do them, one or the other. If you have to do them on separate nights. Don't do them together.
Yeah,
And-
it's like getting your COVID shot and your flu shot. It's like
Right.
to do
And
both at the same time.
The COVID shot put me down for the count
I didn't get it this time. You're talking about this time or last time?
when I got it.
Okay.
What do you mean this time or last
It's
time?
like it's like the flu shot every year.
Every year we're supposed to be getting that?
to get it. You're supposed to get it now with the flu shot.
The time that I got the booster shot for COVID,
Uh-huh.
I threw up afterward from the booster. And then the next time I went in for a booster, I told the guy I threw up after my COVID booster. And he was like, I've never heard of that.
That sounds right.
He was like, that doesn't sound.
Would you like to cross screen? Go ahead.
You're not going to
Welcome
ruin
back.
anything. Nothing interesting has happened while you were.
Wow. I guess you're right. Is there something we'd like to say? I learned I'm trying to think what happened to me recently. I wrote some things down, but I learned that did you know fancy fountains this is just a total new segue. I learned that fancy fountains like at the Bellagio or at like big
Who's Bellagio?
government centers. Bellagio, the big famous casino in Vegas. We're knowing about Bellagio, right? The Bellagio.
You been to the Bellagio?
No, but everyone knows what the Bellagio is.
Yeah, everyone knows what the
That's
Bellagio
like
is.
I've
one
been
of
to
the top
Vegas.
3 casinos in Vegas.
Huge one.
I've been to Vegas. Oh, there were fountains there.
Correct.
Yeah, like big
Famously,
ones. Yeah.
like end of Ocean's 11 vibe fountains.
Cool. I like the Oceans movie with all the girls.
Yeah,
That
that's
was
Ocean's
awesome.
8. It was awesome.
I love that one.
Anne Hathaway's amazing in that, huh?
She is amazing in that, and she's amazing in everything she's in. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen?
Okay.
Princess Diaries 3. I think I've already announced this on this podcast.
I think you have, but bring it back.
Princess Diaries 3 is coming to theaters near you, and I'm gonna go see it. And if it's not in theaters, I will rent out a theater to watch Princess Diaries 3, my favorite trilogy. When she was in Princess Diaries 2, and she had that sleepover with Julie Andrews and all the girls from Disney Channel. There was a Disney 411 segment on Disney Channel where this random correspondent got to go be in that sleepover scene. And I was jealous to the point that my stomach hurt because that really just random blonde girl got to slide on a mattress down a slide with Raven Simone. And I wanted to do that so bad, but by the time this segment aired, it had already been filmed and my dream had already happened without me. And I didn't know at the time that it was my dream until I saw it.
Wow. I'm really glad about that.
Yeah, it was this segment where, remember the Disney 411 segments where it was
No,
like
dude,
Disney
I know.
411?
I know.
And she went to the set and and got to be in the scene, and she's in the movie, and I don't know why, because there are people in movies all the time, and in my kid brain or middle school brain, no, I was kid. In my kid brain,
Kid is middle school.
but I was like littler than that, I think. Anyway, point being, in my kid brain, all the actors in the movies were actors, which was unattainable for me. But that girl who did the Disney 411 segment,
was like She Was Us.
she was me,
She was
and
us,
she got
yeah.
to do the thing. She got to do that.
Yeah. Which means, like, this is so boring, but it means that whoever was at Disney at the time thought it would be smart and thought so far ahead of the marketing that they put that correspondent on set while they were shooting, because she was there with Julie Andrews and Raven and all the girls.
She got to be in the scene.
She got to do
She made it into the final cut
snowboarding.
of the movie.
I know, but that's
And
crazy. That's
it
some of
was-
the best marketing in the history of marketing.
Well, yeah, because 20 years later,
We're still talking about it.
I'm still mad at that girl.
Yeah.
I wanted that.
Wasn't that sort of like that was at the time where like Julie Andrews was not singing, right? Because didn't she get surgery? But then they like
Shows
she
what
sang
you know. She sang in that
I know she
scene.
sang in the scene, but I'm saying it was a big deal because she hadn't been singing, right? There was an era where she like had bad vocal surgery
I have
or
like a
something.
vague memory of that, and I remember like watching the movie and mom being like, "Oh, that's a big deal that Julie Andrews is singing," and I was like, "Shut up, Raven Simone is on screen."
Dude, Julie Andrews having to get having a bad vocal surgery, that's devastating.
I love our mom and I love our lives, but if I got to pick a new mom, it would be Julie Andrews.
I think that's true for everybody.
Yeah,
I think that's true. Julie Andrews is the one for sure.
totally. She's so warm. Well, I hope she's warm in real life, but in my like imagination of her, she would be so comforting.
That sleepover scene was so good.
It was so good.
Okay, and the like and the scene where she goes into the scene where she goes into her new closet and all the stuff comes out. It's like when she hits the button and the like jewelry all comes out, you know what I'm talking about? It's got like a James Bond. It's got like a James Bond getting his like.
My gosh! Wait.
It's like this is a shoe, but if you flip it upside down, it's a phone. It had like that vibe
For girl. For girl, not to gender it. And speaking of, yesterday I went to an estate sale.
Yeah, let's try not to gender Princess Diaries 2.
Listen,
Oh my
anyone who
God.
resonated with that closet scene, it was for you.
It was for me.
But
I thought
I
it was
was-
cool. It hit that like
No, totally.
It hit that like
It scratched an itch. Like
yeah.
it was like, oh, and I
Yeah.
hope. And honestly, Emily in Paris is kind of that for me now. But
I can't do Emily in Paris
of course
because the
not. It's
whole,
not for you.
I know, but Princess Diaries 2 probably wasn't for me, but it was.
Sure. Well, that one was special, and
That one was special.
way more special than anything else. Yesterday.
I felt like there's more I needed to say on Princess Diaries 2, but
Well,
we're
no,
transitioning out.
it's the reason you're feeling that way is because you started to say something about a fountain, and I took over.
Oh, great. No, I don't care about the fountain.
Well, I wanted to tell a story of
Can
something
I
I did
interrupt before you
yesterday.
tell your story?
Yes. You already
Did you guys ever? Yeah. Well, I have to say that anyway. Did you guys ever play the Disney Channel games on DisneyChannel.com?
Oh, the Lilo and Stitch one?
I was just about
With
to
the
say the Lilo and Stitch
the Lilo
one,
and Stitch
with
game?
the bowling.
With the bowling, yes,
Yeah.
where Stitch is the bowling ball, right?
I have a memory of sitting at Starbucks with Dad while he's working, and me on like the family laptop, like.
Yeah. Do you guys remember? We talked about this the other day. The Cartoon Network had their games online, but there was a button you could push on the website that turned it over, and it turned into like math. It was like math equations, and it's like sort of the shtick was like, we should find this, but the shtick was like you could be playing the games at school, and then there was a button on the website that when you hit it, it looked like you were like doing math or like
Math on your laptop?
researching
Dude,
science
dude,
or
we
like
should
something
have
like that. It
we
was
should have
brilliant.
that now for grown-ups, but it should be like you're watching Netflix, and then if someone walks up, it's like spreadsheet or like
Yeah.
Outlook or whatever, like fast.
I think that's brilliant.
And it should be brain operated.
Okay, that got hard, but the other part doesn't seem that hard.
No. We're not that far from brain operation.
No, I understand. We're close to the chips. They're
gonna be in our heads.
Elon Musk is Elphaba, and we're close to the chips.
Stop. Okay, so yesterday or 2 days ago, Lauren texted me and was like, "I'm seeing a bunch of TikToks about this estate sale in LA."
Who's Lauren?
Lauren's my wife.
Lauren's my friend.
Okay, both can be true.
Lauren's my friend and my sister. So
And Grant's coworker right now, kind of. But that's not something we can talk about.
Grant's coworker. Oh, yeah, no, that's not something we can talk about.
Yeah.
So Lauren texted me like, "You have to go to this estate sale." 'Cause she's in New York. She's like, "I'd go, but I can't." And it was an estate sale that happened on Friday, and all these girlies were posting TikToks of the coolest stuff that they got.
Who was it?
From this glamorous old woman.
Oh.
I think she had a following online. I think she was called like Glamma or something.
Glamma, like Grandma Glam?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And she passed, sadly,
Obviously.
recently. Well, estate sales sometimes are people just like downsizing, but this one was in the
but if you're
traditional
getting all
sense.
the good stuff, it's because she passed.
Totally. All the first. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, so Lauren was like, "You have to go." And I'm like, "It'll probably be picked over." And I know in Los Angeles now, estate sales have become like a thing that the fashion girlies on TikTok are all talking about. So
Really?
it used to be that you could go to an estate sale and get like really great deals, really cool stuff. Now, because of TikTok, and I love that lots of people are included, but because of TikTok, there's like girls, all kinds of people lined outside of the estate sale before it opens. Like it's got like a tense energy.
Okay.
We're fighting for the goods.
We love this.
It used to be like, I'm here and I'm looking around and I'm taking my time. And now it's like,
And now it's
I was before you.
and now it's throwing elbows. But wait,
Yeah.
what was in there?
So I went yesterday.
Yeah.
I arrived at 7:30 in the morning and it opened at 8 because I knew it was going to be a fight.
And you were already not first in line.
Oh my gosh.
Not even close.
15th.
Whoa.
The girlies were all standing on this woman's front porch. Big, beautiful mansion.
Where?
Woodland Hills.
Okay.
Big windows, stained glass, super high ceilings, all these bedrooms. It was a stunning home. And her bedroom and a guest bedroom next door and her dressing room were filled to the brim with clothing. Filled to the brim with clothing. A day after all
had picked it
the
through.
fashion girlies had picked it through.
And this was Princess Diaries 2.
Here's why this was Princess Diaries 2. She had a dressing room with a bathtub in it. And the bathtub was like in a corner and it was big window. The dressing room, okay, I'm getting excited. I'm not describing this well. Picture this. Bedroom. I'm so pumped because I'd never seen anything like it. Bedroom, next to the bedroom, a room with a big... No, I'm setting the scene.
Picture this. Bedroom. Next to the bedroom. Room.
A room with really high ceilings, really big window, massive crystal chandelier.
Already pictured it.
So I walk in and I'm like, this is the coolest bathroom dressing room thing I've ever seen in my life. Big bathtub on the corner. Why are you looking at me?
You're going to be mad at me a little bit. Okay.
Stop.
I know.
Big bathtub on the corner, big windows. Next to it, huge vanity. The rest of the walls of the bathroom were mirrored closet doors, and it was all closet.
Cool.
So I'm in there, and the girls who know. The vibe of the estate sale is like, I'll kill you for this thing, but also if I'm not going to get it, girl, this would look so cute on you. So like we're all girls, but we're all out for blood kind of thing.
That is society.
Manic energy. And
that
also,
is society.
By the way, I wore a sweater in and was like trying on this woman's clothes over my clothes. And I had my sweater in between my legs because if I set my sweater down,
people would take it.
People will take it.
Oh, yeah.
And the estate sale people will sell it. And I'll be like, my sweater.
Yeah. Wow.
So it's like intense, but we're all girls. Anyway, because of the energy in there, I'm like, this is amazing. The bathtub's amazing. There's all these like potions everywhere. And the vanity's beautiful. And there's a wedding dress hanging and whatever. And then I notice in the corner of the room, the bathroom with the bathtub, a spiral staircase
That goes down or up.
up to a second level
Above the bathtub?
of closets. Closets
Okay, there you go.
Closets?
There you go.
on top of the closets. There was a balcony
What?
in her bathroom
What?
with more closets.
It was like a tower.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. So it was like closets,
Was
bathtub,
she-
vanity.
Was she a
No.
designer?
No toilet.
Oh. What?
No toilet because
Why?
you don't need one.
When you're that cool, you don't need
You
toilet.
don't need a freaking toilet.
You don't need a toilet.
There was no toilet in that bathroom. Chandelier, closets on closets. Pink granite.
Yeah.
Around the bathtub.
Come on, girl.
What the hell?
Let me take you back.
Why is it like this?
Chandelier.
Grant's making a face too.
Closets on closets.
The breathing.
You know I don't got no toilet. Cause I don't do dookie where I do my clothes. Yeah, you know I don't got no toilet. Cause I don't dookie where I do my clothes. Hey,
I don't like this one.
hey, you know I got 2 closets, no toilets.
2 levels of closets, rather.
2 levels of closets, but 0 levels of toilets, baby. I got 2 closets. 2 levels. Yeah, you're right. 2 levels.
2 levels.
I got 2 levels of closets and no levels of toilets
And a spiral stair.
and a spiral staircase just for you. You don't need a bidet. You don't need a toilet paper. I ain't got no throne except the one in my heart.
So in this scenario, this was a man giving the woman the dressing room.
Yeah, he was saying like, "What's up, girl?
Look
Welcome
at what
to
I
the
have.
closet of your
listen,
dreams."
Listen,
It would work, dude.
If
It
a
would
man
work, dude.
who I only kind of liked
Was
was
like,
like, I'd like to give you this dressing
There's
room.
2
I'd be
stories
like,
of closets.
I'd be like,
No toilet. You'd be like,
We're
great,
done here.
I'll poop outside.
yeah, but we're
Don't
done
care.
here.
For this, lock it up.
I'll sign the papers.
I'll sign the papers. I'll poop outside.
It was incredible. So there was a separate room with a toilet in it, which I did see, and I was like, oh.
But also, you're not trying to have poor people have loose toilets near their clothes. Do you know what I'm saying? This rich lady has to close the door betwixt her furs and her.
Totally.
her-
I mean, once
You know what I mean? You can't have that air hitting the minks.
no, yeah, you can't be.
You can't have the
you
stinks
can't-
and the
you're- No, you're
minks.
so.
You can't be. Here it is. You never mix your stinks with your minks. You never mix your poops with your scoop neck shirts. With your scoop neck shirts.
What about all the silk?
You never mix. Do you have a rhyme? You just want me to? Okay. Yeah. You never mix that. You never mix your milk with the silk. You never mix it.
What about all the?
With the fur.
What about all the wool trousers?
Yeah. You never mix the toots with the wool trousers. You never mix the farts with the sequins.
What about the wedding dress that was hanging from the spiral staircase?
That doesn't matter. That can get real stinky.
Why?
You only wear that thing once with me, baby.
Gross.
You know? This is the greatest suitor of all time.
He's like, let's get married.
Let's
and
get married.
Forever.
It's
Here's
forever.
your bathtub.
Here's your greatest dressing room you could ever. It's kind of Rapunzel vibes, huh? She'd be in there
my
forever.
Gosh, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't
down
believe
your
it.
hair.
When I noticed the second floor of closets, I had gone alone, and so my only friends were the girls standing around me at any given time.
Did
And
you all notice together? Like,
I literally was like, "Oh, you guys!" And everyone was like, "Oh,
that would
a
be
second floor of closet." I mean, it was like me and a bunch of random TikTok girls, like, "Oh,
wow.
unbelievable!"
That is pretty impressive.
And
Wait, what did she do? She was no. You can't just be an influencer.
no, I don't know where she got her money.
Yeah.
And I don't know a lot about her, and I'm sure she was a beautiful woman who
Yeah.
lived a wonderful life. Her
Who was married to a man? Okay, sorry.
I There was no trace of any man in that home.
I know, but in this context of this song and this bit, he was there.
In your bit, but in actuality,
Yeah.
I've never been in a more like feminine space.
Can you stop your dog from snoring?
Are we hearing it?
That was cute.
That was a good one. Unfortunately, we can't. He's made of bones and mush and terrible lungs.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What else are we talking about? We were talking
about the fountains,
which got us on Princess Diaries 2,
which got us on the
walking my brain back towards
sorry, real
other
quick.
things.
I
Yeah.
bought a feather boa.
Great.
I was with a friend yesterday.
At that estate sale?
Yeah. I was with a friend. It's really chic. I'll show you guys after this. But I was with a friend yesterday who told me he's
Show
been
us now.
thinking. Should I go get it?
Yes.
I was with a friend yesterday who told me he's been thinking about buying Solomons for a couple of months now. And I was like, I bought a feather boa this morning just in case.
Yeah. Well, that seems like, keep going. Thinking about buying Solomon's, you might want to take the headphones off before you walk out of the room. Thinking about buying Solomon's, if that's not, that could be a fiscal issue. So let's be respectful. But also,
Like the shoes? The hiking shoes?
yeah, the hiking shoes. He was trying to decide if he wanted to.
Oh.
Here's another appearance from another dog. Hey, wait. Oh, what has she got? So for those of you on YouTube, you'll get to enjoy this feather
Roaring
boa for the
20s.
rest. Yeah. It's definitely Flappers vibes.
No, but we are in the roaring 20s.
But it's like, you admit.
and Elon Musk is Elphaba.
Yeah.
You admit it's not like a Party City boa. It's fabulous.
It is fabulous. Tesla. We didn't do that yet.
No.
We should have
Too
gotten
late.
there. Tesla.
It's too late. Please cut that.
Does
Please
he
cut
have
that.
robots? Is that through
I
Tesla
don't
or is that through
want-
SpaceX?
Tesla.
Okay. Anyway, okay, cool.
I hope to be someday when I die, I hope my estate sale is full of fashion girls who are like this. The whole time we were like this. What a legend. I want people to say that about me when I die. What a legend.
What a legend.
Guys, last Monday,
Uh-oh.
I got dinner with my friend, my new friend, who is 105 years old.
Oh, yeah.
And her name is Shirley. I guess
Yeah.
we don't have to say her name.
We could say Shirley's name, right?
I
Shirley's
can't imagine us ever saying anything disparaging about Shirley.
You're right.
Yeah.
Shirley's a wonderful lady. She's 105. Doesn't have arthritis, which blew my mind.
That's crazy. This
She's
woman's
got, like-
amazing.
She's got like Blue Zone vibes.
yeah.
Doesn't have arthritis. Gives us the same tour of her house every time I go over to her house.
I love it.
Tells
Good.
us the same stories every time.
Good, because y'all probably didn't remember the first time.
Yeah.
And you needed to be told again.
But
Her
yes, talk about Shirley. Let's talk about Shirley.
Yeah, her it's amazing. 105. Well, we were talking about this last time because she's friends of our mother and
And now us.
us. And when you go over and you meet someone who's 105 in 2024, it means she was born in 1919. Is that correct? Am I doing the math right?
That's such a cool year to be born. 1919?
1919. Or maybe
that
she's
should
or
be a
maybe
band.
1920 or 1918 whatever.
That should be a band
Doesn't matter.
name. 1919.
1919 should be a band name.
We already have 1975.
Phoenix. What's Phoenix? Phoenix had a 1917 album, Listomania.
Yeah.
That's what see it grow. You guys remember Phoenix? I don't think you remember Phoenix. You didn't.
No, I'm too young.
You never went through a Toms and Beanie phase like I did.
I'm much
hey,
too
the
young.
kids that are listening to Phoenix, where are your Toms now?
Oh, Tom's like the shoes.
Yeah, dude. Remember Tom's shoes? I was
Some
just talking
people
about
still
something.
wear them.
Some people do still wear them, but I was remembering.
No shade.
There was an era of dudes I thought who were so cool who were wearing Tom's shoes, V-necks, beanies, and they were all graphic designers in my brain. But at the time, I think they were all like 18.
Now those same men wear, like the graphic designers,
Now they wear Carhartt, Solomon's,
Frenchman work jackets.
and French work jacket. Yeah, workwear.
Frenchman.
Work jackets.
Oui.
What was I saying? Oh,
We're
Tom
talking about
shoes.
Shirley.
Listen to me. 1919.
Oh.
Yes. Shirley. 1919, dude.
When
That's
I
so
met
crazy.
Shirley-
Think about being. She was the age we are now in 1950.
Dude,
50.
she told me when I was over there, she was born before women could vote.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Women could only vote like 3 years ago.
I know that's not that crazy, but it is crazy though. That
Women
means she
could
lived
only
through-
start having their own credit cards in like
The 80s or something.
yeah,
means
like
she lived-
recently.
No, yeah, that's so nuts. She lived through world wars. She was before. Like, think about all
She
the
talks about,
think about
like,
all the
the-
presidents and think about all the like ebbs and flows of culture that she's seen.
She talks about
Not to mention technology. Not to mention technology.
was
What
like,
the fuck is going on?
What's the deal with
What's the deal?
the
Not
first
to
time
men-
I met Shirley, she clocked me so hard because I met her because I was hanging out with another one of Mom's older lady friends. And she was like, let's go to my friend's book signing. And it was
I remember
Shirley, who was self-publishing children's books.
Yes, she also self-publishes
was-
children's books. She's amazing.
Was hosting her own book signing in her front yard. So I walked up, purchased a book from Shirley. I walked up to her and I said, Shirley, it's so good to meet you. My name is Allie. And she said, hi, Allie. Nice to meet you. And I said, something
You said
annoying, like I need a signature from the author because it makes the book more valuable or something
Yeah.
like.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to play the role of Shirley? And do you want me to say your line or do you want to just tell the story? I'm good either way.
No,
I'm good either way.
play the role of me.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Well, hi, Shirley. And we'll play it out so that people can see it.
We'll cheat out.
Yeah, we'll cheat out like theater. Okay. So here's me, Allie. I'm just like,
No, don't do an impression
I'm
of
just
me.
28.
Do the
and,
line
like,
straight.
I'm just like, no,
that's not-
This is what girlies are doing now. This is what all your friends when they're being cutesy and fun.
No one's
do
doing
this.
that. No one's doing that. My friends?
Yes.
Leave their names out your mouth.
I didn't say their names. So okay, here's
I'm
me,
Will-
Allie.
I'm Will Smith
walking
about
up.
my friends.
Here's me. Yeah. Get schmacked. Here's me, Allie, walking up. The driveway to go meet this nice lady who's at the time 102. Hi, can you sign my book? Yeah, nice to meet you. Oh, wow. Well, I really wanted your signature because when the author signs it, it becomes worth more.
And she comes really close to me. She pulls me really close and goes, baloney.
She said, baloney.
She said, don't talk to me like I'm a child.
She said, you think I'm stupid?
She looked at me and she said, baloney.
She said, I've almost lived 4 of your lifetimes.
No, totally. And I was like, I got clocked so hard. I was like, surely you're right. I'm never going to talk to you like that again.
You think I haven't seen this flavor of charm before? I've
She
lived
said-
through 10 decades, bro.
I don't want your mess.
I don't need this.
You're not impressing me. You're not making me feel charmed.
I don't need this Gen Zillennial cusp girl coming in here and trying to charm me
I
because she
do.
thinks it's cute.
I do think that the word baloney cuts like a knife in a way that I would have never anticipated.
It's worse than bullshit.
Imagine
Someone
me
coming
in
up to you and saying baloney is worse than bullshit because they're not even giving you the dignity of saying the dig word.
No,
They're
baloney to me is like, I don't care enough about your crap to even put enough emotion into it.
Yes.
So I'm just going to say this.
Baloney.
Baloney.
Piece of meat.
I'm
Piece of
gonna-
meat
is-
made from other meat.
Bologna is Super Slam.
Super slam.
And Super Slam is one of the recurring segments that I just started right now.
Okay. Super slam.
Super Slam. Boom, 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 boom,
Yeah,
boom, boom.
one of us got Super Slammed.
Hall of Fame Super Slam.
That is a Hall of
when
Fame
Mom's
Super Slam.
105-year-old friend told me baloney
Told
at
you
her book
baloney.
signing. And now at work, when someone's being nasty to me, in a meeting, I'm going to look at them and go, baloney. And then what are they going to do? Report me to HR?
Can't.
They're going to say,
They're going to
HR,
have to write down the word baloney on
they're
a
going to say,
worksheet.
HR, Allie told me baloney. And they're going to be like, okay. Little do they
gonna know how
know,
to spell
it
Yeah.
cuts like a knife.
BOLOGNA.
Baloney.
My baloney has a first name. It's OSEAR.
Don't do that.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I think the podcast is over.
What? What time is it?
Well, you said my baloney has a first name.
Are we having fun or are we not having fun?
Well, I was having fun until you said the baloney has a first name thing.
Oh, okay. And that kind of ruined the day. What do we think, producer Grant on the Grant cam? How much of an episode has this felt like? Do we feel like it's time to wrap
I feel
up?
like a lot of it's been trash.
I think I disagree with that.
Oh,
because
cool.
The people that are going to ride with us are going to ride with us through the trash and through the diamonds.
So you mean mom?
Maybe.
Thank you for listening to this episode, Mom. We appreciate you logging on to YouTube and following us at Mom Said Pod, Mom. Thank you, Mom.
And if I was Mom, I would listen to this because she gets to be supportive of 3/4 of her kids at once without leaving her house.
The other kid she supports when she comes over and does laundry at her house, which I don't get to do because I have laundry at my house. But thank you, Mom, for listening to this episode.
I don't have laundry at my house.
Yeah, you do.
Well, I have to
It's
pay.
just not in the room. Anyway, this has been another episode of Mom Said. It's a podcast by siblings. It's really just a fun excuse for us to get to hang out with each other. So thank you for hanging out with us.
I'd like to manifest in-unit laundry.
She'd like to manifest in unit laundry. Grant, are you manifesting anything right now?
New segment. What are you manifesting?
What are you manifesting?
More paper.
More paper. Come on, you can't. Hey, he didn't roll his eyes that you're in unit laundry.
Yes, he did.
No.
Roll the tapes back.
We'll check this. Cut to Grant cam right here. We'll make it right here. This is me assigning Grant a task. Did he roll his eyes? You be the judge. You be the judge. I'm manifesting more episodes of Mom Said and more people listening to Mom Said and watching Mom Said and enjoying it. We're going to keep making it because we get to hang out with each other. We hope people are listening. And if not, we're going to keep making it anyway. So thank you for being here. This was another episode of Mom Said.
Could you say in the comments whether you think I should wear like boas during the filmings?
Yeah, I do think more costumes. Also, yes, please in the comments, let us know what you're digging about the show. Don't tell us what you're not digging about the show. No,
We're
tell
sensitive.
us anything.
No, don't tell me that. I'm sensitive.
Well, don't make it personal, but let us know what you're liking, and we want to make this show fun for us and fun for you.
If you say something mean, I will take it personally. So.
Okay, thank you. This has been another episode of Mom Said.
We've been signing off for like 20 minutes. Sad. We gotta go.
We gotta go.